Howdy, cadre. Wait, encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings. Huh? What? Okay. Videos. Encoding over. Well, alright, that threw off the start of this. What, am I in? Yeah, I'm in creative. What are we doing with the... Not a big fan of floating gravel. Whatevs. I guess it's kind of cool, the twinkles. I've learned that it means danger, though, but I'm playing around in creative. Yeah, I keep debating about this tower. Part of me wants to make it simple. Like pure white or pure black. I mean, since it's in these horizontal stripes, my tendency is either to honor that. You know, I could put dark stripes where there's dark stripes, but switch to black and white. Or defy that, like vertical white and black stripes would really stand out in this, you know, the natural badlands. Yeah, I guess I'm leaning more that way. But like making it out of glass is tempting. I just had the idea to maybe if I don't know. One thing I thought would be take the layers of terracotta but cook them, and you get crazy patterns. So it would really stand out. But that would be really busy and wild, and visually it doesn't tie to the terracotta. Just, you know, conceptually knowing that it's the glazed version. Anyway, that's not important today. We want to blow stuff up. I think I'm more ready. I walled this off with glass. And I walled this off again with glass. And there's a little bit more down there. I think what we'll do is try to start... We're actually getting down... Oh no, that goes a whole lot deeper. Oh, and there's... Oh, you can't fly out of lava? Interesting. Creative mode. Dangers. Quotes. Okay, so we can get into deep territory with this. Anyways, what really slows us down is the water that absorbs the explosions, but maybe we can push further. So when we get to the edges, we're going to be breaking that glass, so it's best to start here anyway. But yeah, we're actually mining now. We're not hitting the... And if you do a bunch in a row, they can scatter each other, which could be considered bad. or value added perspective. Okay, I'm opening water now, so I maybe didn't want to come into this range yet. Okay, this is up here. That down into water. Easy to fix that. This though is a whole wall I've opened, it looks like. Well, let's not get bogged down by details here. Okay, so we're ending up with a hovering tower. Well, it's gonna be alright. Let's push this way a little bit. Push. Let's see if we can fix it quick. That's not much. Yep, okay. Oh, the water is still retreating. Yeah, that got completely absorbed. Just because there's still a little splash of water. Yeah, I think that piling them up like this is value added, because if they scatter each other, you're adding more randomness. I mean, it's what you're going for. If I wanted a pure cylinder. Yeah, I opened the wall again. Yeah, if I wanted more of a pure form on the inside and or outside walls, this cut I'm making. Well, now we're in the water again. No damage for you. Okay, so we can push here. Yeah, if that's what I wanted, I'd be doing these just one at a time and waiting, or I'd skip over so they weren't affecting each other, and then, you know, alternate which ones I'm doing. Oh, it's gonna open the wall. Yep. Oh, that even blew up my rig, my demo rig. Easy enough to rebuild, but not important right now. This is drilling down well. Okay, then these are hitting the water, aren't they? Yep. did some damage. Yeah, even when you get this waterfall effect, sometimes by releasing a bunch in a row, they throw each other out of the water. Not very reliable or consistent. But obviously I'm doing just creative mode play, so it's not like I'm wasting valuable resources or anything. It's just, you know, made up fake resources. Alright, yeah, we blew up a little bit of glass there. Alright, so now my main goal was I wanted to get down as low as this cavern. And now you know, my level here is actually, well, this is just, you know, it's cool seeing the little glint of sunlight or sky. Anyways, now this feels very unsupported. What is a nice round tower up above, yeah, what about it? Doesn't matter. My temptation is to add something that would, yeah, that would support it, you know, structurally. I mean, arguably this is all the natural stone, and it would be strong enough to distribute these forces in the way that it is. Let's see, it's, yeah, I mean, depending on how solid it is. But in Minecraft, you know, this is the stone. I mean, it looks like sedimentary stone, like compressed. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting though. Let's see. So yeah, we've kind of lost. This is cool down here though. I guess, yeah, I've been through here and lit it up. I like these I don't know, these cups, these bowls, these subterranean, but like, yeah, held lakes. Anyways, this stuff's sweet down here. All this running water is probably my fault. and I may reseal. Well, that does a lot of it right there. I mean, if I'm going to be responsible for it, I'll do it in a more controlled fashion. I mean, that has a cool effect, but yeah, again, the tendency would be... I don't know. Anyways, this is messy looking. I guess we don't need all that now. That would be the... Huh? Oh, there's this... Well, maybe I should, keep excavating downward. The thing that's tricky is, really, I feel like I need to push. That doesn't have anything in it. It's hitting stone, right? Yeah, it is for now. It's gonna open up more water, though. Oh, that hit dirt. Still getting stone. Oh, that did, oh, I took that out. Yeah, the water really slows things down, but does that seal it? So you might. So what is more here? Contained? Oh, there's like... Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, so I've made this ring. You know, close to a circle as you can get. That's on the outside. But you know, I suppose I've been making. Well, this is the second demo ring. The first one was up here and I've torn it down, but it was just on the outside of this circle. Yeah, and at the top I started this corkscrew layers thing. I don't know, maybe that's a good plan. What I dislike about it was, I don't know, it makes for the ceilings being kinda short. Maybe it's not so bad. I mean, it feels like you're gonna hit your head, but you don't really. It makes, like, relying on this being stairs means it's slow, but now that I've put this scaffolding in the center, that doesn't matter. And that also means I can handle, I could handle different parts of the tower differently. It doesn't have to be a monolith, I suppose. But from here I was thinking of doing a slow spiral stair, which I guess I talked about in the last one. And if I were to continue that, maybe that's a good plan. My thought was leaving it in glass, you can kind of see through. But I don't know, more recently I was thinking, rather than that, I might rather have just a spiral stair that goes along the outer wall. That's probably better, so that there's a gap, and then, you know, I was thinking in key spots I could have a bridge across. Well, maybe I continue what I started. I don't know, I don't have a whole lot of motivation. I don't know, this stuff obviously takes time. And it's time that's not that interesting for YouTube. Just, you know, building repetitiously. Time lapses are fun, but I'm too, you know, lazy for that. And I could even leave this here, since we're down where we start meeting the solid rock more. Well, all of this was blown through solid rock. Yeah, maybe I'll take this out, make this a spiral stair that goes along the outside wall. Maybe I should even cut it into it rather than building into this gap I've made. Maybe that would be better. Dig outward so that there's a spiral groove through the outer wall, a corkscrew groove. And heck, maybe these bridges are glass. And that's it. Just a few every 10 levels or so. I don't know. And then I can obviously get up and down quicker through the center, and I could do other things as well. Faster staircases or minecart. But now we've gotten down kind of to this ravine floor. Maybe I should open this up and let all this water fall. I don't know, the other thing is just to let a little through here and there. gives you more of a sense of perspective, and even would be a travel route. Let's see, is this maybe? That's gonna splash quite a bit. Alright, but this is what's crazy, is down here we've got stuff I've never encountered. This is this is stuff I don't know much about. So I'm reluctant to... This is just a treasure trove, though. Just right beneath this base I'm building. Where? Yeah, over here. So just ahead a bit. Yeah, that is this stuff, this deep, dark, scary stuff, and there's like new mobs there. Scary mobs. Well, so yeah, I guess I do want to continue the demolitions, which probably means resealing these sources and continuing to bomb while avoiding them. So yeah, we had a wall here we opened up. I do this to you. I do this to you all the time, and I, you know, most of you are gone by the time I'm doing this. Anyways, I've got some metrics that say, you know, some of my videos get an average of like 1.5 minutes retention, which is, you know, it's not my fault, or part of it is. Part of it is just the state of the world today, or whatever, people's attention span. Some of my videos get an average of, you know, might be 20 minutes of some of the longer videos, which means, you know, not many. My metrics are weird because not many people are watching, but so they have a big impact on the average. So a 20-minute average view might be a metric that some of the biggest YouTubers would dream of, because their videos may average 5 minutes. You know, they have so many people click on and then click off, whereas I have so few people click on. But out of those few that do, the retention may be better. Anyways, who cares? And I'm talking about small numbers, so it really doesn't matter. What do we want to do here? I guess taking this wall up is going to be the easiest thing. I'm making it worse, aren't I? Get better after it gets worse. Just place. This is making it better eventually. This stuff up here is weird. Maybe it's best I just seal it. Oh, does it fix all of it? Okay. Yeah. So now our bombing. Now we'll have to be careful because. Yeah, we'll have to start over here, but what? Okay, so down here. Oh. Okay. Yeah, water is strange in Minecraft, but I'm just trying to seal up these holes. I just need to find them. Maybe that was it. Maybe that's got it. Yeah, that's got something going there. Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, no, cool. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Have fun. Yeah, that's clearing up quite a bit of the water. We've got some issue here. That's single block. Nope, there's another. Yeah, messing with water. You've probably just seen from this video if you've been watching. It will spread and like link on each other. Is this cleared up now? Yeah. So all of that horizontal spread, even though I had cleared up all these other sources, it was all still linked to this one source. And going crazy. Now this was a natural source that was here, but since I've removed all that other stuff, this can now return to a more natural state, and it looks more like a waterfall, you know, a river. Before it was, yeah, it looked like there was some huge source. And there was obviously multiple sources before, but yeah, this lets us get back to demo, and I still haven't let you go, so I might as well let you watch some more bombs from afar. I could be flying up and down, but it just kind of slows down the process because you risk bumping in the head, and I don't know. Things up here. Right, this as well, because that's over near the wall of the dam, the glass dam. This is supposedly the fun part, though. That one got kicked up. It's now a pretty far drop, though, so it's hard to even get down to the action. But anyways, as I was saying much earlier in the video, I think that the scatter effect of dropping these sequentially so that they shift each other around. I think that's value added because it's going to spread out the damage a little bit more, and it's going to add more variation, more randomness, because instead of every drop landing in the same place, and so creating just straight vertical shafts. I mean, the shafts overlap, so they end up looking like a cut. I mean, it's just how demolition. Oh, I'm breaking glass. Yeah, sloppy with my. I got click happy with the buttons. Yeah, so now we're not getting blow up. Anyways, so now we've cut even deeper, which means what over here before felt like a floor is now a shelf, which is fine. I mean, I suppose the goal here is to have... I mean, it's a combined goal of having easy vertical access, whether it be stairs or mine carts or some sort of elevator. And really that center shaft is one of the best. Just walk up or down. It's not the fastest, but to get faster you need to have directionality. Or, well, the mine carts are probably faster and you can go either way on those. But anyway, so, okay, and we have kind of a hole here in our tower, or a chunk taken out, chunk missing. But we'll probably use that in some way. Actually, this would be a good hanging garden. Up here, and yeah, grow it down. That would be cool. Anyways. But what do we have? Okay, this is where we've really dug deep. Since I'm messing in creative, I don't need these resources, but yeah, I like seeing that crescent, and it, yeah, again, it isn't quite, from here it's not quite circular. The outside isn't a pure circle, so even though these rigs I made are, again, as close as you can get in Minecraft, the yeah, where they hit and where they landed, and actually maybe the issue is partly that this isn't the best circle. No, I mean, that's not what I'm trying to say. I built the rig with a near circular like glass frame, but then the droppers are outside of that, so the droppers aren't in as near a circle. You can see, I mean, these four ended up in a straight line, and if I were to draw the circle, the near perfect circle that was out one further, it probably wouldn't end up with these here. They'd be set back one or whatever. I'm not explaining myself well, but anyways, I guess I could reload some of these and keep going. That one's still loaded. Now it's falling so far that I don't have to worry about them affecting each other if I do 2 in a row, because yeah, they're falling farther. But yeah, that would be the straight down drilling that I'm saying would give you a more a sharper cut. And I've only put 16 in each of these. So I am running to my limit of what I loaded. But I also may be getting close to the limit of how far these can drop. Once you get to a certain point, of course, they just explode in midair. And so they all end up... there's a lower limit to each rig, which I learned. This is the second rig. I don't know how much. I don't think I showed you the first rig in the first video, or maybe I did before I tore it down. Anyways, but this is a nice deep cut, and maybe we're approaching our limit. Maybe I can push further. I can certainly extend this shaft around the crescent most of the way. And what we've got another ravine, a very narrow ravine down here, but that's still interesting because we're pretty much wherever we pushed, we're gonna have openings to little caves. Okay, so I can wall this up again if I want to. Let's see, actually maybe it's under food. Sure enough. Yeah, maybe I'll just cheat this in. Or maybe for now it would be interesting to just do a semi-random pattern, randomized in appearance. Those will grow down. That could be a food source. Anyways, yeah, no, I can refill these rigs and extend this crescent around, and we'll be pushing into that crevice down there, which is interesting. And of course this area is just the coolest. I guess, yeah, the caves are cool. Definitely think it was worth adding. I mean, that's, yeah, probably one of the best updates in terms of world changing, because there was an inherent problem in Minecraft before the Caves and Cliffs update, which was underground was generally not as interesting. The surface is where you had almost all of the discoverable features and chance encounters. The only underground stuff was mine shafts, which are rather rare. The underground stronghold with the end portal. And there was a lot of stuff, like pyramids that could be in the ground, but they were all much more discoverable from the surface, and caves and cliffs meant you've got all these natural tunnels, which means they're filled with dangers because they're dark and natural spawn points when you get to them. Yeah, if I want this to be an occupiable tower, which I guess is what I was moving towards, just with the corkscrew cuts. I mean, this you could fill with villagers on all the, and some of these rooms, I guess it kind of what I've started cuts the tower into quarters. But each room could be kind of a different purpose, so that your layers could be, sleep quarters, a meeting room, like a market area, a workshop, more sleeping quarters, and that way it could be a kind of a concept for an infinitely extending village. Well, not infinite. Obviously, you got a level cap, but they've now extended, over time they've extended the build limit, and now they've dropped the floor so that instead of, it used to be everybody mined at level 11, and it was hard to get down to level 0. There was that lower limit, but now let's check that, what we've already mined to, and we're next to a ravine. Let's check this. Well, this is 41. Yeah, so there's a long way we can go downward, because now 0 is kind of where you shift to the new deep stone, deep slate, deep stuff. Hey, guy. Fun. So I guess I'll extend this wall. And then when I get around to it, I will do more drilling. Oh, there's stuff going on down here too. Can I just cap it here? Or, yeah, it looks like I'm going to do that one, but I have this problem where I intend to let you go, but then I just keep talking. And I don't know that it matters. I mean, YouTube doesn't care too much about the size of complete the rest of that. Well, maybe. I guess I could do a bottom. Bottom to this well. Let's clean up this pour. Yeah, see this wouldn't be here from that, but yeah, maybe we should just cap that for now. We can release it later, but if we wanna do this with that, so we can keep drilling. Yeah. From here around to perhaps this other wall of water. Yeah, that here. So what we have left is about half of the circle. But we may be, well, no, there's more water under there. Oh, cool, we're already growing some glow fruit. This becomes... Does that fix it? Is what it is for now. And my thought with the glass is it kind of blends into the stone, you know, more translucent than transparent, and it's easy to differentiate and break whether I'm in creative or survival, and I may come back and just let that stuff pour naturally at some point in the build. But anyways, if we're getting to our limit, maybe we're not getting to our limit. I don't need all anyway. Let's see, the farthest we've gotten is here. So let's do, hey, come on, let's do just a little bit more. Here, 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 and here. Seen any water here yet. That's good. I would guess that this batch is going to get us to our lower limit, but about the distances, since the other one is, near the surface, and this one is Hey, we've got a new kitten in the box. She's an absolute sweetheart. Whereas Sundog is a kitten that somebody else rescued. This one just showed up here. That's a long story. I'll probably tell it later. If you're enjoying the Sundog videos, those are from months ago, but I'm just catching up slowly to with yeah, so I'm guessing this is the lower limit. I'm not going to bother counting. Actually, let's just check the numbers. 28. And our rig number 2 is at 107. So that's about 80. First one was at 170. Huh, it's shorter. Wait. Yeah. Well, I don't know if all of my methodology is sound, or if I've been consistent. This is 2 spans. I've made 2 rigs. This first one was kind of influenced by hitting this layer of water, these pockets of water. And that, yeah, that's the discrepancy, I think, is that the floor I was getting from those, the lower limit, was probably down here. Yeah, maybe even here, but I was, yeah, preoccupied with dealing with the water, and the new rig I built was up here so that it would be above the water. It wasn't built at the limit. So my drop range appears to be about 80, because this is maybe 20 between this rig and where the other one was reaching. So if I drill down to here-ish, and this we've opened to this. No, this is another cave. Oh, this is big. Oh, that's the deep, dark, scary. Well, maybe I don't want to go. I don't want to do creative mode mining below where I'm at here. This could be the lower limit of like the tower. And they built too deep and couldn't go further because of the darkness they released from that was trapped in the, it's all the stuff. Okay, that's that thing that I was thinking was a ravine. Alright, yep. Well, I'll do more demo and spread this around so that floor I guess over here is our limit. Anyways, yeah, I'll do that. I'll let you go. Thanks for joining me for the demolitions. I don't know if that's exciting. And based on my feedback, there might. It's been years. I've had maybe 1 or 2 people that sometimes watch a video all the way through. I'm not complaining because my motives for this are not Um, well, there are aspects that are self-serving, but I don't have a specific audience in mind or a need for a specific audience. I'm not trying to achieve a certain quantity. You know, I wish I had more people that liked me, loved me, appreciated everything I did, but you know, I'd rather have 10 of those of high quality and meaning and you know, friendships or whatever. I'd rather have 10 friendships from YouTube, which is probably what I've gained. Talking about, you know, people I consider good friends. That I think I will consider good friends, you know, for the rest of my life. Anyway, yeah, this water becomes problematic for pushing down further. But I guess I could try and get under the rock here. I mean, there's one of my walls. Let's see. Yeah, if I push. Yeah, maybe what I want to do is above this water layer, but below those water layers, because we've put a bottom on that one, and yeah, this is the bottom of that one. So I think our next rig, well, that's not very far down. This is probably only 60 or something. Okay, so yeah, this would not be far down, but well, actually, that's interesting. It might be at the layer that was the bottom level of the first rig if we just did a small jump here. But doing a ring here would let me mine downward on, I think, 3/4. The problem would be right over in this area because of this water. Or wait, no. Yeah. This is a different pool. And we'd be trying to get... Okay, so we can't... Okay, but we've been able to mine from here over. So maybe I want half of a ring. If down there I built from this around to here, yeah, I could build that under, yeah, right at this layer, under this water. Well, coming right through here. So maybe we'd end up building a glass wall along here, wherever the edge was, to be able to mine down past it. Or maybe, I mean, yeah, we can do some stuff by hand, but part of what's fun is this I don't have a whole lot of motivation to spend 40 hours building by hand on projects like this. And I'm also not the type of person who wants to get mods that let you do world editing. It would be rewarding in its own way, because you could do giant or elaborate things that would literally take thousands of man hours to accomplish, even in creative mode without mods. Whether it was frameworks or overlays on the surface for layouts. Yeah, this is fun, and having these sight lines into these caves and ravines are going to be cool. Yeah, just before I let you go, I'll share some more of my thoughts. I've always thought it would be interesting to build incorporating walls, and I'm just going to obliterate some of this cobblestone. And I've never really done it, but I thought for these circles, for the outside wall, it might be interesting to, let's see, so if you just leave the corners, I don't know. This isn't what I was thinking. Well, okay, this is a thought, and what it accomplishes is you can get a kind of a smoother curve visually, because the corners are set back a little bit more from these hard corners. Can you still alternate with glass? No, it bonds with glass now, and I think the glass panes yeah, they also link, which is a nice new building option. And you can do it this way with this kind of solids out. Or you can put the solids in. I guess, I mean, it's what, well, no, the seam disappears. I really like that, because then the actually there's all sorts of interesting. So yeah, this is more what I was thinking about, that using the diagonals, seals it up and makes it consistent, so that you can step in and see out, but it feels more like older traditional, more anyway. So yeah, a couple options for building with walls would be to do that. Yeah, on the parts that aren't diagonal, just make the wall thicker. These guys really don't like that I'm in creative mode and not sleeping regularly. And that means when you're approaching it from straight on, it's going to look more solid. But then it's going to kind of look like vertical stripes. And of course, yeah, that makes me sad that there's no white wall. You've got sandstone, which of course is more of a yellow. You got end stone, which is a kind of a paler yellow. But the quartz does not have a wall. The iron does not have a wall. You know, the bars are a nice option too. There's all sorts of options. Of course, that is going to impede your view more. Than the glass, but yeah, I don't like it as much. I used to really like the idea of iron bars. Of course, they've added chains now too. Where did they add chains? Why wouldn't it be here? It's a building block. Yep. Okay. The chains could be used. They're like a different color though. I don't know. Part of what's weird about chains is that I think that you can do this, and since it's in the center of each of these blocks, the mobs perceive this as sealed, but there's enough space between the blocks that you can walk through them. So you could, if you wanted a really open design, you know, you could make your walls out of lines of chains, and I don't think even like the baby zombies or anything will go through those. Ooh. But I think what I want is a fairly solid tower. I don't know what I'm doing yet, and maybe what ends up happening is I don't worry about it too much. I don't have an overall plan, and each, oops, I just busted and maybe each part of the tower, it feels different. The fact that may be a great plan, because the fact is that I wasn't planning to go above the clouds really much. There was part of me early on in Minecraft that always had that goal. I want to build above the clouds, as high as you can climb, whatever. And it is nice to have the view from up here, but it removes you withdrawing to your tower removes you from the interaction of the world, and there's both a physical distance that you have to travel to get back to resources and adventure and whatever, but there's also the control you're exerting over the space. And yeah, as you build into the sky, you're kind of, you're withdrawing from the world. It's not just distance, but it's the accessibility, that there's only one direction, other than things that fly or whatever. There's only one direction things that can approach you from, and that's your own structure. I like that I didn't quite cut through here, and I'll probably leave that. Those will probably become natural paths or foundations for natural paths. Anyways, but that's kind of my idea, is every 20 floors or every 10 stories or whatever, to have a bridge or two that connect to the outside. And then I'll probably do this corkscrew cut in the outer wall, and maybe that'll dictate where those bridges are, is where and I've already started this inner corkscrew separate. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be in different, they will be at different slopes. So they'll interact at different places. And I guess, and I could, for this outer wall cut, I could do something different than this path. Part of the purpose for this one was that it might be a catch for things that are falling. But even with this slope, that's not gonna come back. Yeah, that might still be a fatal fall, because it would be maybe up in this area. Yeah, that's a fatal fall. Didn't I just go back to creative? Hello? What's wrong? What mode am I in? Well, that's a reminder where my spawn was, and I forgot that part of what I was excited about was those mine shafts down there. Portal. But my tower's just yeah, this is what I lit up, right? And then it connects to the tower. It's a long ways, but yeah, now here we are. Well, it's fun while it lasted. Oh, I can pick up some stuff. When you're switching into creative mode, it doesn't really matter. matter. And there's still part of me that wants to know. I want to know what's what I've built, you know, with resources I've collected in survival mode and that I've built by hand in survival mode. I want to know, I want to remember the difference between those structures and the ones I've built in creative mode. So I guess that's one of the core principles of my design and play strategy in these worlds where I am using creative mode some, is that I'm trying to you know, some stuff that's creative mode is temporary, like my demolition rigs. That's a means to an end, and then it goes away. And the cut that I'm making is unnatural, but because it's created through explosions, it's you know, it's just, it's the removal of the material that's my focus, not the placing of material. Anyways, yeah, I guess it's an exploration in sculpting the space, but isn't everything? Isn't that the point of Minecraft? Whether it's survival or, well, I guess, yeah, this is more of a creative endeavor than a survival endeavor. But my thought always was to switch to playing creative. And I have played creative mode in this world some, but just at the start. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Insert catchphrase here.